how the hell do you get customers? Well, let's do what I call vibe marketing.
My First Million is my favorite podcast. Has been for a few years. In this episode, Sam and Greg are talking about marketing automations with AI. The episode is all about AI, but I'm talking specifically about the marketing automations that they went through. And by the end of it, this is how Sam reacts.
Oh my God.
Sorry to give you homework. So
You're making me weak at the knees, Greg.
In this video, I'm going to be recreating these workflows, putting our own twist on them, just to show you what you can do with modern tooling today in just a few minutes. I'm going to be using Clay primarily in this video. Why Clay? Clay, think about it like this. Clay is like having Airtable connected to all your favorite databases that you don't need to pay for or sign up for, connected to all your favorite AI tools in one place. If your team can master Clay, your go-to-market motion basically has superpowers. So that's what I'm going to go through. 4 different applications. Let's take a look. So this is Sam's LinkedIn profile. Really good numbers, lots of followers. He posts regularly, lots of people engaging. What can you do with this kind of profile as an inbound lead source through automation and AI? I'm going to jump into Clay here. And what we've done is we've scraped through Clay automatically all the folks who are engaging with Sam's most recent posts. So every single person on this list has liked or commented on one of Sam's most recent posts. And what we want to do is 2 things. We're going to start with qualifying this list, because normally what would happen with teams you work with is either the founder, the marketing team, or some kind of inbound BDR is responsible for going through the profiles, jumping on LinkedIn, checking out who seems to be relevant, and then reaching out to them directly. Or a lead source as powerful as Sam's LinkedIn profile gets ignored. So we're going to run this through Clay. And what Clay is going to let us do is a couple of things. First of all, anytime you see this little Clay emoji with a hat, that's Claygen, which is Clay's agent. We can connect this to AI. And so when we do that, we're not paying Clay for this. This is free from Clay's end. We're just paying OpenAI API credits. So this is super cheap and really quick. And what we're doing is saying the first criteria, who of these people are founders or CEOs? Because that's the Hampton's criteria. You got to be a founder doing over 3 million in revenue. And luckily for Sam, all these people are founders, CEOs. And so second, we're connecting to Apollo. And again, we do not need a subscription to Apollo. We don't need to pay them anything because they're already built into Clay. This is true for Apollo, Clearbit, 50 other databases built with where you're just paying per usage through Clay, and you don't need an active subscription to any of these databases. And what we're using Apollo for here is to say, what is the revenue that they're doing? And the AI will tell us if they're doing above or below 3 million. And boom, just like that, we have instantly generated a list of qualified leads. Second step or second part of the workflow is we want to reach out to them directly. And we're going to do this again through Clay's agent, this time through Claude instead of OpenAI, because Claude is better at writing. And 4 rules anytime you want to use AI for writing emails or writing anything. You want, number 1, provide as much context as possible. Second, you want to feed as many good examples of writing that meet your criteria as possible. The third thing you need to do is define what your output's going to be and then add guardrails. And so that's what we're doing here. We're adding the context, right? You are Sam. This is how you write. We're feeding examples. So we put 3 emails that we like just in terms of writing style here. We also fed it examples of ads that Sam's actively running right now on Twitter, just to capture that tone more accurately. And right, all of this is a single prompt. We're one-shotting this. And then we're limiting it, right, by telling it 50 words, 80 words max. These are the style rules. And also a long list of what not to do, right? This is an iterative process because it did all of these things before we told it not to do these things. And then if you look at the output, I'm going to click on an email here. This is what that final automated message looks like. Right mouse is exit planning software. What the AI is doing is 2 things. 1, it's tying that into Sam's direct exit experience. Crazy. Second, it's tying that in to the value prop of Hampton, right? We have all these founders that have gone through exits themselves, and also probably are about to go through exits. They're at the revenue range that you're in, very direct line. This is the kind of message that you want to see. Another example I'm going to click through here is, let's open up. So TechStream, right? Apparently they just landed these awards. Whether you are Sam running this messaging yourself, or you're the BDR, or you're the head of growth, you don't want to be spending time researching this on your own, right? This is like 2016 era. You would have to do this yourself. We're now in a world where the AI should feed you this information. Your job should be having conversations with these founders and vetting if they're the type of people you want to be in Hampton. Those are the first two workflows. The third thing they were talking about in this video was, can we build automations to qualify people easily when they sign up for a contact us form on our website? And what we're doing here is taking this a step further. The most automated inbound motion you can do is going even a step back and saying, what about the people that don't click on the contact us button? What about the people who just stop by on our website? And now with tech like RB2B, and that's what we're using here, RB2B plugged into Clay, allows us to see who is on your website, and you can immediately bring them into Clay and run all the automations you need to. So obviously I can't do this on the Hampton website or the My First Million website. So we're doing this just from a sample of people who are on the Zevenue website instead. And we're going through the most important things that we're looking for here is, right, we'll be able to tell when they came on the website, but the most important thing is to qualify the company and the personal level data. And so what we're doing is, again, through Apollo, in our case, we want to know which companies are between 20 and 1,000 employees, because we know they'll have a sales team that we can support. That's criteria one. And second, which one of them have a sales leader? Sometimes these companies can be doing lots of revenue, but it's been inbound only, and then they're going to build out their outbound function. So we're looking for those two criteria. And again, we're using AI in the same way to say, right, this is the employee size, and based on the sales leader criteria, this is who's a yes. And through that, we're going to do the same thing again to write an AI written message directly only to the people that meet our qualification. From there, we can plug that into instantly our email tool to automatically reach out to these folks. So anytime someone's on your website, they can hear from you on the same day, right? Speed is the name. Speed to lead is the name of the game with this type of motion. Really neat workflow. Only really relevant if you have web traffic in the first place, right? If you have less than 10 ICP folks come to your website per day, it doesn't hurt to do it manually. But at a certain point, even having the context, it doesn't have to be automated so the message goes out automatically. You can have this so that this information is fed to your BDR and they double check it before they hit send, right? Like the human in the loop AI is still a motion that will save them a lot of time and help them a lot. The fourth workflow we're going to go through is voice agents. So this was the fourth thing they went through on the podcast, and they were talking about, can we build a voice agent that can work inbound? And this is what makes the most sense. There are some teams that use this for outbound. I don't like it. The latency isn't there yet. It's also legal. I would not give this to your sellers to replace them for cold calls, but for inbound can be a fantastic use case. The AI is good enough to get the context you need. And if someone's calling you, they're usually okay with talking to a bot because it's much easier to give them the context versus an outbound scenario where you need real quality sales chops. And so we built this AI agent through ElevenLabs. And ElevenLabs is what all your TikTok accounts that are doing Reddit confessions with the Subway Surfer on the bottom half of the screen, right? They're all using this for their voices. And so I set this up as an MFM agent that will do exactly what they talked about on the podcast. And this took me literally 5 minutes, less than that, where basically you can call in to the MFM hotline. The agent will pick up, have a conversation with you to get your feedback, and potentially use it on the podcast if it's interesting. And so I actually did this with Sam's voice at first, but it wouldn't let me publish it. There's better safety now around these voice models. You have to actually like give consent to use your voice, which makes a lot of sense, right? Someone else using your voice, that could go left really quickly. So this is using my voice instead, which I fed into the model. But I fed it the prompt. This is really easy. I'm gonna click test AI agent here and have a conversation with the agent version of me that runs the My First Million hotline. Let's give this a go. Hey, calling in for the MFM hotline.
Yo, what's up? This is Yusuf from My First Million, working alongside Sam. What's your name and how long have you been tuning in to the pod?
My name's Yusuf as well. I've been listening since 2021.
Sick, another Yusuf in the house. Appreciate you being a long-time listener since 2021. What's been your favorite episode so far?
Favorite episodes would be all the Andrew Wilkinson ones and Jesse Pooji episode as well.
Andrew Wilkinson always brings the heat, and Jesse Puget is a G. On the flip side, which episode didn't quite hit the mark for you?
Just episodes where people plug themselves a little bit too much.
Gotcha. Nobody likes the hard sell. Thanks for the feedback, Yusuf. Is it cool if we use this in a future episode?
Yep, it's fine. Anyways, okay. Interesting little inbound use case. I don't like how he pronounces my name. His voice is a bit cringy too, but you get the point, right? If I feed more voice examples, this could work really well. And so all these ideas that we went through are, you can go from idea to production in literally minutes. And the tech stack for most of this has been Clay as the backbone for testing all of your ideas and putting them in a single database, especially for outbound use cases. RB2B to detect anyone on your website and push them into whatever database you want. And the last one is HeyReach to connect to LinkedIn for automating your DMs. And that's it. That's all the ideas inspired by this episode. Shout out to Greg. This was a great listen. Sorry for clip farming you.